One of my favorite things in life is the perfect toasted cheese sandwich. So today on Chef and Guests, we have to make you an amazing one, and I have Wade Appels with me to do that. Sir, welcome to the show first off, and then tell me what we are making.
So today we're making the lovely ciabatta bread with ostrich, mature cheddar, spinach, caramelized onions, and tomato. And then we have a lovely side salad. It's basically a caprese salad, but a twist on it. So it's sweet and sour. So it's basically a caprese salad, but it got a lovely sweet and sour with it as well. Yeah.
Okay, so whilst you're busy seasoning your meat, because I know you're going to have to do that, you need to talk me through the perfect cheese sandwich, because let's be serious.
So the perfect sandwich is your cheese, your meat, and basically your vegetables that goes in there.
Okay.
That makes it very delicious, yeah.
So it's not a traditional toasted cheese. I mean, we're taking this up a level, then we're adding ostrich to take it up another level, and then we're adding fresh veg in it, because you know why?
Because it's delicious.
And that's what we do on Chef and Guests.
Yes.
So let's get to it.
Let me just start the pan for you.
Step one. And Wade will tell you this. You need a hot pan, correct?
Yes, you need a hot pan because you need to sear in the meat. Because when you sear it, you give it flavor. So that's what you want in the sandwich. You just don't want it to be bland. So basically what I did is just salt and pepper and then some olive oil. And then we're going to fry it in the pan. And then we're going to let it rest for about 3-4 minutes. And then we're going to start the salad off.
Okay, importance of letting your meat rest.
Because you want the meat to be tender. You don't want all that blood to be souping out. So basically when you cook it, you need to let it rest.
Okay.
Because if you don't let it rest, all that blood is going to be in your sandwich and you don't want that. So that's why resting is very important for meat.
Okay, so you're going to get at it. I'm going to talk about our cheeses, because we have Hoekplaas Cheeses, which is an amazing farm right here in Pretoria.
A local
South African local farm, and they make the most amazing cheeses. Like today we're using smoked cheddar, which is cheddar, right?
Smoked mature cheddar.
Smoked mature cheddar.
There we go, yes.
Which is something a little bit different because it gives you that smoky flavor but still gives you the cheddar. And it's very rare that you can actually find a South African farm that makes it.
True,
and there is one
true.
right here in Gauteng.
But you also know the reason why I chose the smoked one, because you give him that smoky flavor without putting it in there, making the effort to put it in there, where it's in there immediately when you buy the cheese.
Cool. So if you want to win an amazing Hoekplaas hamper, we have one to give away to you. And all the cheeses that we are using today are in that hamper. So all you have to do is click subscribe, click like, and drop us a comment, and you could be a winner. So how long are we cooking this at?
About 3 minutes each side. Because it's quite thin, it's not a big steak. So I still want it to be a little pink in the middle. So 3 minutes on each side will be perfect for this. But if you have a thicker piece of meat, I'll say about 5 minutes each. Because of the thickness of it, you don't want it to be raw.
Yeah. And then tell me, why the choice of ostrich?
Well, ostrich is very lean meat, and I enjoy ostrich all the time. And for me, I've always had meat, but for me, I prefer ostrich.
Okay,
especially in a sandwich.
Taste, it's different.
Yeah, and it's very, very lean. And it don't have a lot of fat on it as well.
So we're trading our fat on our meat for our ciabatta and our cheese. So if you want to book Wade for your next function, all you have to do is go to chefandguests.co.za, scroll down to his profile. He does breakfast, lunch, dinners, 1 courses, 2 courses, whatever you like, he'll be there for you. Just go to chefandguests.co.za. So Wade, where does your love for cooking come from?
I think from my grandmother. When I was very, very young, my grandmother used to do lots of catering. So when I was as a baby, I never used to play a lot outside. I used to be in the kitchen because my grandmother looked after me.
Okay.
And she always used to tell me the story when I was a baby. On the couch there used to be this button, and I used to go fetch the pot. And I used to get your pan
and cook it on the button.
Just put it on the couch, and I used to stir all the time. So I think it's also in my blood. And from my daddy's side, there's 2 chefs. So both of these uncles was in the army and they were all chefs as well.
Cool.
So I just think it's in my genes, and so it comes naturally to me as well.
So now that we've cooked the meat, it's time to let it rest for a little bit.
Yes.
Moving on to salad.
Yes.
What's next?
So we're going to grill the halloumi cheese in the pan, and then we're going to do the salad after that.
All right, I'll ask you a question. Why do we cook halloumi?
So halloumi is basically a hot cheese. So it doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. It has a lot of salt to it. So basically when you fry it, there's a lot to give it. It just complements the salt and the cheese. So that's why basically you grill it. But you can deep fry them as well. They're also very good because they will melt in your mouth. But I love it especially with the salad. If you grill this, is fantastic.
Okay, cool. Well, get it on the pan.
Yeah.
When you're starting with this, you want a hot pan as well.
Yes, you want the hot pan because you want to get that caramelized on the cheese.
Without the cheese actually melting and becoming
Yes,
gooey.
basically. Yes. So you always let your pan smoke first before you putting in your cheese.
Clever. Is that how you know that it's hot enough?
Yeah, because when it gets to that smoking temperature, when you put your cheese in, it will just go a little bit lower.
Obviously because of the temperature.
Yeah, because of temperature. Basically, always start with
A smoking pan.
Yeah.
You learn something every day. I gotta get that pan up to temperature. So you're cooking dinner for a family. You want to do the most spectacular gourmet dinner. What is that main item that's on the menu for you?
So I love truffles. So it's not truffles that you can get anywhere, but there is a shop that I've gone to. They have lovely truffles and truffle oil as well.
Okay.
So I love making mushroom risotto, and that is one of my favorite. And I worked in an Italian restaurant, so I've learned how to perfect it.
Okay, cool.
So that's for me one of the most important dishes because everybody loves rice.
Yes.
And the risotto is just that level up from rice.
Yeah.
So,
All right, and then if I was eating fish?
It depends on the fish because most fishes, when you grill them, they're very, very good. But it all depends on the fish as well.
Okay. Well, I think your pan's
Yeah. Smoking.
smoking. So now obviously we're looking for that golden color. We don't want to go too dark. We obviously don't want it to be too light. And it'll give a little bit of texture to your salad as well because it's got a bit of a crunch to it.
Yeah. Doesn't that look so good? So with the same pan, we're gonna grill to make the sandwich. We're gonna grill it in here.
Oh, of course, because you want more
Yeah.
flavors to come through.
Yeah, bro.
And these cheeses, of course, are available at Hook Plus Cheesery. And this halloumi is from her. So if I were you, go check out the website Hook Plus Cheesery. What's next?
So we're gonna start with the salad now.
So you need a bowl.
Yeah.
And then
So we need the raspberries,
raspberries,
some strawberries,
some strawberries,
some blueberries,
some blueberries.
the tomatoes.
What do you need first for your bowl?
So I'm just gonna plate it nicely and then we're gonna put it in.
Okay. And then I'm guessing some of these.
Yeah. So let's start off with some cherry tomatoes.
Why do you use the multicolored ones?
So this is halloumi tomatoes. So basically this one is bitter, that one is sweet, and that one is in between sweet and sour.
Okay.
So when you have that, you just don't want one plain tomato, you want 3 different flavors.
Okay.
So that's why I chose those tomatoes. Then we have some lovely sliced fennel.
I actually thought that was onions for a moment.
It's fennel. So fennel got that lovely licorice type of flavor. So that's just for a nice crunch when you bite into it. It's a nice crunch to it.
Yeah.
It's nice and sweet as well. Some lovely berries, some cranberries, strawberries.
It's a nice contrast in flavors between that smoky, meaty flavor that we're going with in the sandwich and something a little tart but still fresh.
Yes.
In the salad.
Correct. There's also just a play on breaking down the caprese salad. So I've always loved caprese salad, but this is just another version of it. And then you have your lovely fresh halloumi. This is lovely for summer because you've got all these lovely flavors and colors and sweet and sour.
And it's a perfect like lunch accompaniment.
Yes. And it's so easy to make. And then just a dash of spring onion. And then all we're gonna do is, so I made this vinaigrette. So basically the vinaigrette is olive oil, some coriander and some parsley, a hint, half a teaspoon of sugar, and I just blend it up to make a lovely dressing. So all I'm gonna do is now squeeze some in there. So I'm not putting it everywhere, I'm just making small little drops. So when you eat it,
You can mix it.
You mix it through, yes.
Okay.
And then some lovely olive oil. Just to
give it that flavor.
Yeah. And then hint of salt and pepper.
Probably the easiest salad
Easy.
ever.
And look how beautiful it is. This is your salad.
That is absolutely stunning. Get in there. You see that? Oh, nom, 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 nom. All right, now salad needs sandwich, right?
Yes. So now we're gonna start off. Can slice the meat first.
What are we looking for when we're slicing this meat? We're looking for a good, even kind of color,
Yes,
texture.
so you want it to be pink outside a little bit, because that's flavor for you. And in the sandwich as well.
Oh, just look at that. And literally all you've done to season this is salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, that's it. Ostrich has a lot of flavor in it as well. So if you want to make it Moroccan, if you want it more spicy, then you can just have a marinade ready with that and then just grill it. But I like the flavors to be plain and simple, especially with a sandwich. Because the more spices and the more stuff you put in it, it's just too overpowering. But if you keep it plain and simple, it will be so delicious.
And at the end of the day, you want the meat to talk, right?
Exactly.
Oh, it's gonna talk stories. Good, yummy stories.
Yeah. Look how lovely that looks,
It
eh?
looks amazing.
So now we got that. So we have a lovely fresh ciabattas.
We're not toasting the ciabatta or anything
We're
like that.
going to toast it in the pan when it's finished afterwards.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So we're not toasting it now because you want the crunch on the outside, not on the inside.
Yes, and we want the cheese to melt a bit. So when you toast it in the pan, you want the cheese to melt and come right through. So
All right.
I'm just putting some lovely butter on.
More butter the better.
That is true, eh? So I'm going to start off with my cheese first.
Cool.
You always want to put your cheese on the outside because you want to grill it. So you don't want the cheese to be in the middle because then it's not going to melt right through. So it's better to put your cheese first. That looks so good, eh?
And you know what's the nice thing about this cheese is that it's got such a unique flavor to it that it's something exceptional even if you just have a little piece of cheese.
Yeah.
Some caramelized onions.
So this is some lovely caramelized onion.
And I see you used red onion.
Yes, I used it. Red onion is quite sweet, so it's better to use the red onion than the normal onion.
Okay. I think Wade is getting more excited than I am.
I knew this is going to be delicious, but it's looking amazing. So your meat.
You know what I think about when you make the sandwich? You know those American TV shows?
Yes.
Where they make those open braais and all of that sort of stuff, and then they make these massive sandwiches with all the different cheeses. That is what is coming to mind.
Yeah. And who doesn't love a good sandwich?
Oh.
And you can use lettuce, but most of the time I like spinach because of the smokiness. And spinach is quite bitter, so it just complements each other.
Okay.
That's why I'm using spinach today.
And this is obviously baby spinach.
Yes, baby spinaches. You can use Swiss chard, but this is for me the best. So now all I'm going to do is
Top
it with more cheese. Because the outside, when you grill it on either side,
Oh, you want cheese.
yes, the cheese is going to come right through.
It's gonna be so good.
And that's what you want.
You can keep your salad. I'll eat the sandwich.
Can we just put the pan on?
Now this pan mustn't be too hot.
No.
All right, now you got to get that to a pan.
Yeah. So you also have to remember to push it a bit down because you want the cheese to melt and you don't want it to separate. So basically just keeping it down a little bit.
It's interesting what you say in terms of starting off in different temperatures and kind of increasing it as you go.
Yes, it's very important. Because if you don't get that, sometimes, especially with meat or chicken, when you don't do that, you're taking all the liquid out of it, and that's what makes food dry, and you don't want that. You want all that goodness to be inside.
So I know finding ostrich can be a little bit complicated sometimes. So go check out the guys at Monument Park Super Spa. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm slightly biased because they are my spa. Like I do go to that spa to shop daily. But they really have some amazing selections, not only of meats, but fruit and veg and any of those weird, strange things that you can't normally find at a supermarket. Just ask them and they will definitely hook you up. Are we there yet now?
Almost.
No? Oh, damn it. Is it finally ready?
Yes, it's finally ready. So let's take it out of the pan.
This is the part that always scares me.
Why?
Is getting it out without spilling all the...
You shouldn't be scared.
I don't want to spill all the yummy ingredients all over the place.
So
Oh my
now,
goodness.
look at it. It looks so good, eh?
Look at the cheese.
So I'm just gonna cut it.
Oh, you need a plate for that. Hey?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, before you put that one on, just get in there. See those layers? So you're pretty good for the rest of the episode, right? You're done. I'm gonna go watch TV. No, I'm joking. This is absolutely amazing. I want to get in on this. I need a knife. Let me get a knife. All right, I'm gonna give this a taste. I think I'm gonna move this down, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to cut it.
Yeah, it looks quite big.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
You hear that crunch? So that's what you want from your ciabatta when you grill it in the pan.
this is gonna be so good. Okay, but now you have to get a bite of everything.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the most unladylike thing I've done on TV in a very long time.
Can you taste the smokiness in the cheese?
Ostrich.
What did I tell you?
Oh my goodness.
The ostrich is so, it's flavorful, it doesn't need anything. It just needs salt and pepper. Because all the flavor is in there. And you're getting that smokiness from your cheese. And then you get your caramelized that is sweet. And then you got this lovely crunch on top of the bread.
Wade just described my taste as a whole. Okay, before I take another bite, remember that you can book Wade, chefandguests.co.za. He'll come make risotto. He'll come make
A sandwich.
a sandwich. He'll make anything you want. You just have to book him, chefandguests.co.za. Also, don't forget that we have the competition running. All you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment, and you could win a Hook Plus cheese hamper. Wade, get in here.
Yo, Miss, I should try this.
Oh, it's good.